what is the number one thing that you do right after waking up? So you're a young guy and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're doing your duties, you're probably even studying well if you're at school, you're listening to your parents, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. But why are you still feeling lost? So, to think about this, let's go back a little bit and analyze what is the first thing that you did in the morning. So, for most of you, the first thing that you did is check your phone and specifically check your messages or check your social media. So, I have said this in another video as well, but I think social media is the biggest thing that's causing this feeling of purposelessness and this feeling of being lost. But because why this happens is as soon as you open social media, any kind of social media like TikTok, Instagram, you are bombarded with information that you can't literally, like a brain who has just woken up from sleep, they should not view all of those things because that immediately takes their brain from power from like 100 to a 80 maybe even, because depends, like if you only scroll or like check social media for like 10 minutes, you should understand that you're probably viewing around 100 pieces of content like short memes and edits or anything like that, and that is literally the worst start of your day that is imaginable, especially if you're like already to some extent on self improvement, and on your for you page you find guys who are jacked, who are probably making a lot more money than you, and like cars and all of these things, and you feel like all of these young guys who are probably around your age, they're making so much money, and what's wrong with you, and if you should be making more money as well. But the thing is, you're not behind in life because you're literally a teenager. Like what are you thinking that you're supposed to accomplish by this age? You should realize that going back just 20 years ago, you're probably way better off than most people as a teenager than you are now. So why are you still feeling lost? Like, I'm not saying that it's a feeling that you shouldn't be feeling. Like, of course there's probably a reason that's why you feel this way. So what I want you to do is first removing bad habits from your life which can cause this kind of, with this kind of mental state where you feel purposeless and you don't feel like doing anything. And the biggest one I would say is just eating a shit ton of carbs as your breakfast every single day in the morning. Like that, just fast for 2 days, you won't die, I promise. Like, you can just wake up, don't check your phone, don't do anything, go directly into sunlight. Like, you can wash your face and stuff, but just don't check your phone, go directly into any kind of sunlight. Like, go to your rooftop, if you have like a garden, go there and spend 10 minutes there without any kind of device or anything at all. And you don't even need to exercise, you don't even need to read a book, just be in the sunlight for like 10 minutes. And don't eat after that till for like 5 hours. Basically just skip breakfast, right, and go straight to like lunch. And the difference in your mental state that you feel, because these days the food is so shitty that you don't even realize that how much it's hurting you and your mental state. So you have to like refrain from these things in order for you to feel your best at life. And if you're already doing all of those things, and like you're already like studying well as well, and for some people it's also the case that you're studying really bad or you're studying exceptionally good, and both of these guys have the same mental state of feeling lost in life. So this is something to realize, that studying is like, it's a good thing but it's superficial. And if you're not doing it with an intent of why you realize that's important, then you're probably gonna feel something like this. Because every single action that you do in your day-to-day life, you must have a clear why of why you're doing that thing, because then you don't feel like your life is going in a rush because you choose every action and why are you doing it, right? And the next thing I would say is that have a stronger relationship with God. Now, I don't know how many of my viewers are like atheists or anything, like agnostic, I don't know all of these terms. But the thing is, I can, like, it's just dumb from my perspective to think that there's no God, right? And if you, in your true belief, if you're like a Christian, you're a Muslim, or anything like that, and you truly believe that there is a God, right? Then there is simply no point in not trying to get close to that God and trying to follow that teachings of God, right? So, because if there is a God, right, and you know that this God and all of the things that he said in the scriptures, those are true, then there's just no reason to feel like a degenerate and live like a degenerate. Like I'm sure there can still be events in your life that makes you feel lost, but the thing is, as long as you have the strong belief that from here afterwards you'll get the justice for every single bad and good thing that's happening to you in this life, then there's automatically this feeling of satisfaction that no matter what happens, your God will do justice to you. And you just have to wait it out this life and try your best at this life. And the thing is that if you try your best at this life and have your belief in God, then you're probably gonna have a really good life anyway, because God rewards that. And you'll even realize that some really good practicing people of any religion, they live very happy lives. And by practicing, I don't mean by just like doing the duties and praying and all of those things. Like they truly love their God and they try to be closer to that God. Like all of these people have this really calm and elevated sense of presence that you just cannot find that if you're atheist, right? Because if you're an atheist and you don't believe in like life after this life, then how can you explain the purpose of anything at all? Like you cannot just say that okay, I was born with it and I should like try to live life to my fullest without any purpose, because then it's like who is telling you right and wrong? Like you can go out and like kill people, and or you can go out and do drugs and basically do any pleasurous activity and call it fun, right? So I think it's like dumb to think to some extent that there's no God, because then this whole life is practically like inexplainable and why it's purposeful. So that's what I would do, is do your research, like, whatever religion you belong to, and try to get closer to God. Like that is the number one tip that I can give you if you're feeling lost. And then thank your God every single day for what He has given you. And after that, I promise like your life will improve. So let me know in the comments like what type of religion most of you follow, and I'll reply to every single one of them, and I'll see you in the next video.